Hey Mindset Community, Dr. Ellen here, coming to you today with your next workout. All right, today is called Wildflowers because I want you to think about whatever chaos is going on in your world or stress, anything like that. It's pretty amazing if you actually look around that wildflowers, they can pop up anywhere and bring joy and happiness to a space that typically wouldn't have much light. So I want you guys to be that wildflower. Now today's workout is called metabolic conditioning. It gets your heart rate up, it gets working and moving, and so there's gonna be a lot of chaos. Whew, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be great. So be that wildflower for yourself here in the next 45 minutes, okay? So I love you, thank you so much for being here. What you're gonna need today, you're gonna need another broomstick, you're gonna need a book or a bag, like a backpack of books. Something that you can get a little bit heavy, but book works great. Just maybe don't grab like a little one, grab a big one would be a smart idea. And then you're gonna need a jar or a can, something like that. So go get your stuff. We need broomstick, we need a book, and we need a jar or some cans, something like that, and come back and join us, all right? So when you're ready, you're gonna take that broomstick and you're gonna put it on the ground, right in front of you so that you can see it. All right, and what we're gonna do to start, to begin moving our bodies, is just a simple right together over the stick, right together back, okay? You can walk it, or you can jog it. So let's start moving. If you can jog it, start to jog, okay? And as you get better, try not to look down. Try to understand where that bar is without having to see it. This is called proprioception. That's the ability for your body to understand where you are in space without having to see it. It's a very important skill. Just like when you're walking around your house or you're out in the community and there's a little obstacle, you're gonna see it, but you don't have to watch it the entire time. You step over, you see it, you acknowledge it, your body makes the adjustments. It's pretty awesome. Let's go left together now. Left together. Nice soft feet. Quick feet. You can go faster than me, you can go slower than me. Go with whatever you're supposed to do right now. All right. So if you're really good, be aware of your shoulders versus your feet. I tell my patients and the people I train with, I want business on the top, party on the bottom, okay? So shoulders should stay about over the stick, okay? Feet should be the one doing the pretty dancing on the bottom. Good, that's front to back. Now we're gonna go sideways. This is a 3 count instead of a 2 count. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As you get better, start to pick up the pace. If any of you like salsa, this is kind of a salsa move. You can even get a little back step if you want. If you want to be crazy about it, or you can just stay in line. Keep going. Try to pick up the pace. Go a little faster if you can. Nice soft feet. Now, draw attention to those glutes we just worked and that whole posterior chain or that proximal posterior chain we worked yesterday. Draw attention to that. See if you can get a little more contraction, a little more stability, a little more activation right there. Almost done. Done. All right, grab this stick. Woo! Get your balance on one leg. We're gonna press forward like a heartbeat for 8 counts slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going up. Slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8. Go fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Switch legs. Now hopefully that wasn't terribly difficult on your arms or your heart rate, but hopefully you felt a little something in your legs still. Okay? So from here we're going forward. For 8, slow. 1, 2, 3. If you need to put a kickstand down, go ahead, but if you don't, pick it up. I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Going fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, we got some bonus back there. We're going straight up. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Speed it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Wonderful job. Now these ones are called scoops. At least that's what I like to call them. All right, so you're gonna slide this bar down the front of your legs by doing that hip hinge we started to talk about. Okay, so hip hinge, slide it all the way down as far as you can, reach out as far as you can end with your hands behind your back or behind your neck. Let's see it from the front. Slide it down, reach, reach, reach. Come behind the head and feel a nice little chest stretch. Good, you got 3 more to go. Slide down, reach out, behind the head. 2 more. Slide down, reach forward, behind the head. Last one. Slide down, forward, and behind the head. Now stay here. We're gonna give that bounce on one leg again. Kickstand if you need, lift if you don't. Slide your hands out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, switch legs. Get your balance and your bearings. Kickstand if you need, lift if you don't. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Okay, you can get rid of your broomstick. All right, the next thing we need to do is warm up our ankles and our hips for some movement and mobility that we're gonna need today. So the first thing we're gonna do is something called ankle dorsiflexion. So that is narrowing the angle between your shin and your foot. So if your shin is here and your foot is here, we're gonna bring that shin closer together to stretch the rear foot closer to the Achilles. So from the front, this is what it's gonna look like. So my foot is pointing straight ahead. I'm down in half kneeling. I'm gonna put one hand or 2 hands down. I like one so that I can guide my knee. And the knee is going to drive outwards towards the pinky toe, keeping the heel down, okay? So it's gonna look like this. Okay, so I'm really bringing that shin close to my foot, okay? So you can see I'm narrowing that angle or that gap between. If you get a pinch in the front of your foot, send me a quick email. I'll help you out with a couple things that you can do. Otherwise, this should be very comfortable, okay? So just show you from the other side as we switch legs, half kneeling, arm goes down, driving the knee out towards the pinky toe, okay? And you can see I do this a lot, so my angle is pretty narrow. I'm really narrowing that gap there, okay? This should be very comfortable, no pain, the heel remains down, okay? I want you to do one more time on each foot. Whole foot on the floor, Knee drives to the pinky toe, heel remains down. If your knee is inside of the foot, you will actually see your arch collapse, and we don't want that, okay? We want to keep that ankle in a nice stable position, which is on the outside of the foot. Switch legs. If you've ever seen like when you get out of a pool and you leave a footprint on the concrete, okay, that footprint is not a flat blob. It's actually more like a C. Because in this position, we want to be a little bit more on the outside of the foot. That's where we're supposed to weight bear. The arch that we have is actually a non-weight bearing surface. So if we let that knee come inward and collapse the arch, it becomes a weighted or a weight bearing surface. It's not engineered to do that. All right, so now that you've loosened up your ankles a little bit, now we're going to loosen up the hip. Yesterday we did something called the dragon march or the dragon walk. This is actually just the dragon pose. So we're just going to stay there, shift our weight around and fish around a little bit for some tension that you might have. Okay? So in this position, again, we're coming back down into half kneeling. What I like to do is put my hands down right next to my shin. That's going to be vertical. And then I straighten my back leg from there. Okay? That should be a pretty deep hip stretch. You may feel that in the front side of your back leg, but you may also feel this in the buttocks and the hip joint of the front leg, just depending upon where you're tight. Okay? Just shift your weight around side to side. Feel for any resistance, but we're not going to be here very long because we've got a workout to do. So go ahead and switch sides. I'm going to show you from the side. Went into half kneeling, right? And then my hands are down next to it. From there, I straighten my back legs and drop my pelvis. Okay, very comfortable here. Don't hurt yourself. Just fish around for that resistance. Remember from yesterday, this is a process. I don't expect you to be totally amazing at all of these right now. This is a process. Good, go back to the other leg. Front shin vertical. Step back with the straight leg and just begin to let your pelvis drop forward and down. And then just shift your weight around, fishing for that resistance again. Switch one last time into this pose. Good. I'll be curious to hear if anybody feels this more in the front leg or the back leg, where you're getting your resistance. Okay, we should be good there. So, come on out. All right, so now we've got our warm-up in, we've got our joint mobility and our movement preparation done. So what are we gonna do today? Well, I said it was metabolic conditioning, right? Which means we gotta move. So today is an AMRAP. That stands for as many rounds as possible in 20 minutes. Okay, we have 4 exercises. Each of them we're going to do 10 of each, and then we'll just keep rolling through those rounds until the timer goes off. Okay, so that way you can, if you're alone, you've got all the space you need. If you're a family, you might actually think about considering stations so that you rotate through the space that you have available. Okay, the 4 exercises, the first one is going to be called a tight plank. If you would like, it would be smart to set this up near a wall because the more difficult version involves putting your feet up. So let me show you what I mean. So you're going to start in this tight plank. Hands and knees are tabletop with my toes tucked under. The easy version is to just lift the knees up slightly off of the floor and come back down. Lift them up and come back down. And you might choose to stay there. If you want a little more difficulty, get closer to the wall. And you're going to lift up and walk your feet to the wall. You can also walk your feet onto top of a couch if you don't have a wall or you don't want to dirty it up like me. Okay? The objective here is to keep your shoulders over your hands. You don't want to get into this position where my head and my shoulders are behind my hands. That would be bad. Okay? So, tight plank, number 1. If you want a harder version, do it on the wall, keeping the shoulders over the hands. Okay, the next one is a backwards lunge. So we talked a little bit about this form yesterday, but as you step back into a lunge, I do not want to see that knee cross inward. We want the knee in line with the hip and the foot, if not slightly outward. Knee is behind the toe, and you do that as well. So you see it on the other side, hip, knee, and ankle in line. This is bad, that would be good. Knee behind the toe. Okay, so we've got tight plank, backwards lunge. The next thing we're gonna have, I need you to grab your book that I asked you to get. These are called floor touch jumps. So you're gonna take your book, you're gonna hip hinge, which we just talked about yesterday. You're gonna hip hinge to touch that to the floor, bring it up, and then you're gonna jump at the top. So real time, touch, jump, touch, jump, touch, jump, touch, jump. Okay? From the front, touch, jump, touch, jump. You can see I kind of spin the book when I come up and when I come down in order to keep the path of travel of that book as vertical as possible. We are not swinging this one today. That will come at a later visit, later exercise. Okay? The last one you're going to do is a push-up. So the push-up can be done on the ground if you want to. It can be on the wall if you want to. Doesn't matter to me. I just want you to have good form. And so with that, we could talk for days about good push-up form, but there's two things I want you to think about today. I want those arms a little bit tighter to your body. I don't want them out wide. That puts the shoulder into what we call internal rotation, which really can fry your rotator cuff if you're not careful. So we want to tuck those elbows in, and then I want you to be aware of your forearms, okay? So if you start in a push-up on the wall, your forearms are horizontal, right? So as you move through that motion into your push-up, they should stay horizontal. They should not drop and become more vertical. If that happens, that's what we call a force dump. So that means you are dumping force somewhere, but you're not keeping it in the right places where it should be in the shoulder, okay? So if you're doing a vertical push-up on the floor, try to remember as you come in, you're gonna end with a vertical forearm, okay? You're not going to have this happen, where now my forearm has become more horizontal, okay? So try to keep those aware, elbows in, angle of the forearm should be the same from start to finish, okay? So let me get tucked in here because I'm gonna do my wall stuff, all right? And so we're doing 10 of each. Planks, potentially with a wall walk, backwards lunges, floor touch jumps, and then your push-ups. We're doing that as many rounds as we can in 20 minutes. Oh boy, I've got my timer ready. Do you guys have everything you need? I hope so, because in 10 seconds we're going. So we're starting with our tight planks and our wall walks. You guys go at your own speed. I'm just gonna keep you giving cues along the way. You do not have to stay with me. If you can go faster than me, go for it. Okay, here we go, timer is on. I'm starting my 10 wall walks and my tight planks, okay? I got 1, I got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, here we go. Backwards lunges next, 5 on each leg. Remember your alignment, please. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 1 leg done. What about you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. Floor touch jumps. Whoop, whoop. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. When you're doing that, just make sure we are not rounding at the back, right? That would mean we are dumping force to our spine. That would be bad. We want to keep that spine straight. It does not have to be vertical, but it does have to be straight, okay? Push-ups. I'm going to do wall push-ups to show you that version, because sometimes getting the angle can be a little bit tough. So, hands are low. below chest level and I'm up on my toes. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. We're starting over. All right, I'm doing 10 wall climb or wall jumps here things. What about you? We're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job, everybody. I got backwards lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Floor touch jumps for me next. We are at 17 minutes to go. Hang in there, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. 2 rounds are in the books for me. You're doing awesome. Keep it up. We got 16 minutes left. Okay? Do the best you can wherever you are. Doesn't matter. You can go slower, you can go faster. You can go slow fast right now and then slow the next round. Next round you can add more weight and go a little slower. It's up to you. This is whatever you want it to be. All right? I'm head at the wall. Hope you're joining me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Good job. Backwards lunges coming at you. Get you my feet here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Grab that book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Grab your book and go. Push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right, keep going, y'all. If your heart rate isn't increased by now, chances are you're making it too easy. All right? So this is supposed to be a challenge. You should not be hurting anywhere, though. So if you're hurting somewhere, that means either you're not doing it right or you're dumping force somewhere. Those are kind of the same things. So as we talked about with this hip hinge, if you feel this in your back, that's because you're putting force there. So even though you may not think you're moving your back, you are. That's what your body's telling you. So now that you're starting to get a little tired, look for that feedback from your body to see what you are doing, if you are doing it well, or if you are doing it wrong, or maybe if you're just getting tired in one spot. But either way, I'm okay with fatigue. I'm not okay with failure. Okay, so be aware of that as you keep going. I'm going to the wall, got another round in me. We got 13 minutes left. You guys are doing amazing, amazing. Just as another side note, you should not leave any of these workouts, or any workout for that matter, hurting. That should not happen. So if you are hurting somewhere, stop and assess yourself so that you can figure out what's going on and correct for it. We've given you a lot of tools in here, like knee position, forearm position. Check yourself, be aware, because remember, that study I mentioned last video, even Usain Bolt can get better, we can get better. So this next round, be aware of yourself. Push yourself, but don't just push for the sake of pushing. Push so that you can actually feel and connect with yourself to see if you're doing these well. All right, 12 minutes, let's go. All right, I'm on the wall. We got 1. We got 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. You'll notice I'm not slamming anything. I have full control at this time. So if whoever's on the wall in your house, if they're making a bunch of noise, they're not controlling that. All right, we got backwards lunges. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job. We got our book jumps now. Touch the floor and go. Touch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Push-ups, however you want to do them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! How many rounds do you have? I don't know, I lost count. I might be on 5, something like that. But you're doing a great job. Keep pushing and keep aware of your form. I'm headed back to the wall. Ooh, we have 10 minutes left. 10 minutes and like 30 seconds. We can do anything for 10 minutes, right? As long as we're smart. Anything. Take your time, get your water if you need it, but they come right back to us, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wardrobe malfunction. Gotta tuck it back in. 9, 10. Okay, we got lunges. Here we go, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Floor touch jumps. You don't have to jump. You can just tap it and lift. Nothing wrong with that. Just make sure your power is coming from where? Primary engine. Touch it and lift. This is just fine too. Hips go back and forward. Back, forward. Back, squeeze your butt and bring it forward. I think we're on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Back on the wall or wherever you need to be for your push-ups. 1, 3, 8. There's 10. Woo, I'm starting to get tired, guys. 8.5 minutes. You're doing amazing. Roll out your wrists if you need to. Roll out your ankles if you need to. Shoulders if you need to. Get your water. Whatever. Just keep moving. okay? About the time this is 3/4 of the way through, things start to get harder. Sorry, 2/3 of the way through, things can get a little bit harder. So make sure when you're getting tired and it's getting hard that you're still doing it correctly. Remember, no pain. We don't want pain. I'm okay with fatigue, but no pain. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Backwards lunges. Coming next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful floor touch jumps or book touch jumps. We got 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Push-ups. Woo-hoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Great job. About 6 minutes left. How are you doing? Check in with yourself. Take a little quick analysis. Say, where can I push? Where do I need to pull? Where do I need to change my resources, and what's my strategy for the last 6 minutes? Can you believe it? You've already done this for 14 minutes. Woo! Hallelujah. So if you need to change versions, go ahead. If you don't, keep going. So at this point, if you're not feeling a decent amount of fatigue, drop it a gear. Give yourself a push, test where your limits are a little bit, see what you can do. Just keep scanning to see what you need, okay? I'm so proud of you. Woo! About 5.5 minutes left, guys. We can do this. What's your goal? How many reps or how many rounds do you want to get? Okay? See what you can do. I'm thinking maybe 3. Let's get 3. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm coming to lunges. Where are you? Woo! So you can see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. 1, 2. Woo! 3, 4, and 5. All right. Let's get after it, guys. Under 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Let's go. Sorry, history. You're very important. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ooh, that was round 1. See if I can get 2 more rounds in. We have under 4 minutes left. I'm so proud of you. Under 4 minutes. Here we go, guys. See if you can get 2 more rounds. That's 20 of each more. You can do that. We can all do that. So let's do it together. Here we go. On the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! All right, don't mind that phone. We are still in operational office. So here we go. We got 10. 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. 4 touch jumps. Here we go, guys. Touch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job, guys. We're going push-ups. Here we go. We got 10. You with me? We got 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes left. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo, great job, guys. Woo, 2 minutes left. What do you think you can do in 2 minutes? Set yourself a goal and see what we can do, okay? I know I'm getting tired and I love it. All right, going on the wall. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Backwards lunges. Is everybody tired of this yet? Because I think you're doing amazing. I'm so proud of you. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. 4 touch jumps. Here we go. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Less than a minute. 10 push-ups. See if we can do a real deal. Woo, this is the worst time to do it harder, I feel like, for myself. But we're gonna give it a shot. If it doesn't work, I'll just go back to the wall, right? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do this together. 8, 9, and 10. All right, 30 seconds. Woo! See if you can get another round. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh. There's the buzzer. Oh. Feels so good. All right, get some water and come back and meet me with your can, your weight, whatever you got. Nothing too insane. Okay, but just a little bit of weight. And we're gonna meet on the floor, where we left off yesterday, or last time. Whew. I'm gonna turn this camera down a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. Whew. All right. Coming on back together. Okay. Coming around about there. Grab our weight. Whew. I'm so proud of you guys. You guys did so great. All right, lay down on your back. Catch your breath. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Find that comfortable position. Move your body around and start to center into that connection breath. So remember, heart hand is not moving. Belly breathing while we slow down our breath. Inhale our diaphragm. diaphragm lowers and our abdomen fills with air. Exhale, it just passively returns. We're not forcing anything. Take your short breaths if you need to, and then when you can, take your longer ones. And as your heart rate and breathing rate slow, you'll find you'll be able to do more of those. But our heart hand, it's quiet. It's happy, it's proud of what you just did. Good. So when you're ready, float those hands upward, nice and soft. Palms are facing each other. Inhale, float your left arm overhead. Exhale, return. We're doing 3, 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, return. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, return. Next, inhale, right arm goes overhead. Exhale, return. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, return. One more time, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, return. Good. If you can, this is when we're going to float both legs up into this position. Now I'm going to turn just a little bit so you can see. They should make kind of like a gentle diamond or an oval. So our knees are pointing outward, our feet are kind of pointing in, just like our palms are. That's the position we want to be in here. Okay, so in that position, get your breath back, get your back flat. The next inhale, left arm goes to the side, okay? Exhale, it returns. Inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, returns. Inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, return. Good. Right arm, inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, returns. Right arm drop to the side. One more time. On the right, inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, returns. Good. Hug your knees for a minute. Give your core a break. Nothing should hurt here. If you're feeling pain in the back, drop one leg to the floor and you'll move your opposite hand. So we'll go through that next here because we're going to grab that lovely weight that you have. Can of soup, can of beans, jar of spaghetti sauce, whatever. So both arms are skyward, both legs are skyward. Okay? If this is difficult, you can bring your left leg down. So this would be opposite of the weight. Okay? Inhale, we're going to go to the side. Don't move your body. Exhale, return. Inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, return. If you want the harder version, get everybody up. Inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, return. Let's do one more. Inhale, drop to the side. Exhale, return. Good. Switch hands and switch legs if you need to. Inhale, drop to the side. Exhale, return. Inhale, drops to the side. Exhale, returns. Inhale, drop to the side. Exhale, return. One more to match. Good. Put the weight back in the other hand. Bend your knees. Rock if you need to, just to take a little pressure off of your back or your legs, wherever you're feeling it. But remember, we don't want your back to arch. I want that to stay nice and flat on the ground. All right, we're going back into this position. If you need to drop the leg that is opposite of the weight, go ahead and do so. Okay? But if you don't, you can leave them up. Whichever leg is on the side of the weight today, we're not moving arms, we're just moving legs. On the inhale, you're going to reach it down. Only as far as you can control. If your back starts to come up, bring it back. So inhale it down. Exhale, bring it up. Doing 4. Nice and slow. Inhale down, exhale, return. If you want to make it harder, go all the way down. Good. Switching legs. How we doing? Should be getting kind of hard. Inhale, other leg drops. Oh, I'm sorry, switch the weight. Inhale, drop the leg. Exhale, return. Don't let the back arch. Inhale, leg comes down. Exhale, it returns. I think we got one more. Good, bring back. Great job. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your legs down, weight down, knees to your chest. Rock just a little bit. Whew, should feel good. Nothing should be painful. Okay, remember that. Go ahead and roll over to hands and knees. Just a couple things we want to stretch today. The first thing is called thread the needle. So we're in tabletop to begin. Take your one hand and you're going to turn the palm up and slide it between your arm and your body. Slide that as far down, far over as you can, even dropping down to rest your sliding hand shoulder on the floor. When you're ready, push with the top hand to lift into rotation. And then bring your hand down. Switching hands, sliding palm up between the arm and the body. Pressing with the top hand to bring the other one floated skyward and rotate up. Good. One more time each side. Slide the hand palm through between the arm and the body until you can drop to your shoulder. Take a couple nice, really nice breaths here. It should not be painful. Press with that front hand to float your other one skyward. Back down to the mat. Last one, thread it through, palm up, down to the shoulder. Press top hand to float that arm skyward. up at your fingertips and bring it back down. You did a great job today. Holy moly, did we get a lot in. So keep in mind, if it was easy, push harder. You're now finding that you have a little more room in your gas tank than you expected. But also, your body has the right to give you feedback over the next 48 to 72 hours. So listen to the feedback your body gives you. So then you can understand yourself even better. So remember today, be the wildflower, right? Be that joy in all the stress and chaos that the world around you has. Be the joy and choose beauty. We love you more than you know. Have a wonderful rest of your day.